Right, before we get started, can I just complain about this jumper for a second? I bought this yesterday, and the pockets are so stupid. They're all the way back here. My hand is on my hip when my hand is in my pocket, and they end here. Like, there's all this area. Usually pockets come to like here, and it's all the way back here. So I've got my hands in my pockets. My elbows are all the way back here. Who designed this? My gaming backlog is getting way too long, so I am trying to complete more games this year than I ever have before, and I'm using the Steam Deck OLED to do it. Every month I am recapping the games that I've played that month and reviewing them, and you can see my current backlog in the link in the description. This video we are doing 2 months in one, because in April I did not really play too many games because I was on my honeymoon, so there was not much time for gaming. I was a little busy. So let's get started. Listen, I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan, but Dragon Ball Z Kakarot did not hit. This is a game where you basically play through the entire Dragon Ball storyline, much like any other Dragon Ball Z game, and do the fights and stuff, but man, pardon my language, but the controls in this game are fucking dog shit. It's confusing, it's not intuitive, and for the whole 7 hours that I gave this game, I hated it. And despite me loving Dragon Ball as much as I do, I mean, look at all this Dragon Ball stuff I have around my house. It was bad enough that I didn't want to play anymore. I'm very excited for Sparking Zero to come out though. That game looks fucking sick, and I will be definitely giving it a go. But Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? Okay, so I'll cover this one really quickly, because I played the first Spider-Man in March, and it was great. And Spider-Man Miles Morales is pretty much more of the same. If you want to hear my thoughts on that one, go check out that video, but yeah, this is basically more of that game. With low-key maybe a better story, though this is a lot shorter. The main differences other than the obvious are the soundtrack, which I praised highly from the first game, but while this one is definitely still a good soundtrack, I don't think the score hits quite as good as the original. Now that I've played both, I'm genuinely excited for Spider-Man 2 to come out on PC. I will be buying it immediately. Yo, editing room Jake here. Quick intermission in your regularly scheduled Jaked programming, just to say, if you're liking the video, please leave a like, and to say that 98.4% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. Please consider subscribing, that would be really fucking cool of you. It means a lot every time I get a new subscriber. It's also worth saying a thank you because the last video did pretty well compared to the other videos I've been uploading since stopping doing Baldur's Gate 3 content and doing more like variety content, so really appreciate that. I also got a lot of feedback on that video on how to improve things. Some of that has already been implemented in this video, so hopefully that's being well received, but there's going to be more improvements with my YouTube content coming soon as well. So yeah, hope you're enjoying it, and back to the video. Sifu is a 2022 martial arts combat game developed by Slowclap. You control the child of a murdered martial arts master who trains for years in order to become powerful enough to fight armies of bad guys to get to the people who killed your father. I really wanted to like Sifu. I really did. It's so cool, but I just didn't enjoy it. The frustration from the difficulties curve exceeded the fun I was having, so yeah, I stopped playing. I don't think it's a good sign for when I give a Souls-like game a go, that I just seem to not have fun with games that are this difficult. If anybody has recommendations for which Souls-like game I should give a go first, let me know. But yeah, I tried to play this game, but I just got stuck for one bit for too long. And in this game, when you get stuck, it gradually gets more difficult, which is a bit tough. Yeah, did not finish. Sorry for all the Sifu fans out there. Celeste is a 2D platformer developed by Maddie Makes Games and released in 2018. It is available on pretty much every platform you could imagine and is quite wonderful. I'm not usually very good at platformers, to be honest, and quite a few times I really struggled with getting through Celeste's levels, but I told myself I'm going to get through this because it's famous for being very good, and I'm glad I did. The story this game tells the tale of a girl named Madeline who is trying her best to climb Celeste Mountain as a challenge for herself, and discovers many interesting characters as well as some more personal discoveries along the way. I didn't expect the story to be quite so emotionally introspective. The game tackles subjects like anxiety, depression, self-doubt, all in a pretty inventive way that don't feel like they're just mentioning things like that for the sake of saying that they talk about it. They actually talk about it, about how people can move past issues like them and maybe even just live with them. It's powerful stuff, and that's all coming from a game that looks like this. Speaking of which, the art style is wonderful. I'm a sucker for pixel art, and this has it in abundance, which when married with the delightful soundtrack creates a really good experience. Mechanics wise, it's super simple. Move with the left stick, jump with A, dash with B, and grab onto surfaces with RT, but it works. The level design is done in a way so that you really have to think about what you are going to do and how to get through each area, and it rewards you for that perseverance, which you will need because you will be dying a lot. There are 9 chapters in the game and I died like 500 times in each chapter, but you just instantly reset to the beginning of the area, so it's really no big deal. The important part is that you carry on. And once you've completed a chapter, you forget about all the times that you died and are just happy you did it. It's one of those times where the mechanics and the feeling of the gameplay really nicely tie into the story that is being told as well. Unsurprisingly, I recommend Celeste for basically everyone. It's available on basically every platform, the controls are so simple that basically anyone can pick it up, and it is kind of wonderful. Go play it. Driftwood is a downhill longboarding game, where you fly down various tracks trying to descend in the fastest time possible, as well as getting extra points for longboarding in a particularly fucking tubular way. Now, this is a very short game, only about an hour and a half, so not long whatsoever, but it is quite fun for what time you have with it. The controls take a little to get used to, but once you are longboarding downhill with so much style, it feels really good. Plus the simplistic art style and the really good soundtrack really help to add to such a chill vibe you get in this game. I mean, for a game where the point is to hurtle downhill as fast as you can, it is shockingly relaxing to play. There is a level of replayability here, trying to perfect tracks and go downhill in record speeds, but because I'm doing this challenge, I didn't find the want to do that and just started playing something else instead. Not to say the game isn't good though. I would recommend you play it, especially if you longboard or if you longboarded or skateboarded as a kid like me. It just has such a nice chill vibe, and sometimes that's all you need. Thank you all for watching this one. Leave a like on the video and comment down below what game you'd like me to play next. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one. If you want to check more of me out, then check out my Twitch. As of recording this, I'm going to be going live in 2 days, which is probably going to be in the past by the time you see this video because I've got to edit it and whatever. But I'm thinking I might try Elden Ring. I've been told that, I mean, obviously it's very good, but I've been told by people who play Souls games that Elden Ring is one of the more difficult ones. Like, you should play Dark Souls 3 first, but Elden Ring seems quite popular at the moment, and I think it would be funny if I give like one of the more difficult ones a go and see how we do. So yeah, check out my Twitch and give me a follow. We'd really appreciate it. And other than that, enjoy your day, everybody. Have a good one.